Hello friends. I know I could have lit this better to make my hair look less shiny, and I probably should have, but I'm running out of time. So I had to make this video today. I had a really hard time trying to figure out what to talk about today. My word of the day is bloom. And I didn't want to just show you pictures of flowers. I thought that might be cheating. I had a plan to make this video with the time-lapse thing of daffodils growing in my front garden, which are my favorite flower, but I forgot to take a picture every day of the daffodils blooming in my garden, so that didn't happen. But I was thinking about a saying that I'm sure you all have also heard many times, and a saying that I have used, and I was wondering, I'm like, where did I hear that originally? And I don't know about originally, but I did read the saying in a daily devotional that I have, that I borrowed from a friend many years ago and have forgotten to return since that friend has moved away. So the saying is, bloom where you're planted, or blossom where you're planted. And it's very cliche, but as you know, I love a good cliche. Bloom where you're planted. It really, when I read it at the time, it really resonated with me because I was working in a job where I was not happy. I wanted to move on. I wanted to do something else. I felt very burnt out in this job, and I just wanted to be moving on to something else. I had other dreams for myself that I wanted to see happening, but they weren't at a place where they could happen yet. I wasn't at a place where they could happen yet. And I was very discouraged. And I read just this short little devotional about blooming where you're planted. And not that you shouldn't have these dreams and goals of where you want to be, but for the time being, that's the soil in which your seed landed. That's the soil in which you've been planted. And you've got to grow there. Don't just sit there and wait for things to happen. Continue to work on your goals. But while you're there, if you're in a job you don't like and you are wanting something else, continue to work for those goals, but also bloom where you are. Be a light, be a presence, be a beautiful flower wherever you are in your life. And make the best of that time that you're there. And I really needed to hear that at the time that I was going through, and when I read it. And I thought maybe that you could use to hear this message today is bloom where you're planted. And just, you may even be surrounded by weeds in your garden of life right now. You may be surrounded by thistles and things, but share your beauty and your energy and your dream with those around you, and eventually you'll get to the place you need to be. So that's a little cheesy, I know. Those are the words for today. I also wanted to just tack on here the Bible verse, if you don't mind me. Some of you may have heard it before. It has been made into songs, not just, churchy type songs, very famous songs. The verse comes from Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1, and it says, "There is a time for everything. There is a season for every activity under heaven." So you may be in a season right now where you don't want to be, but don't forget to bloom. Also, I'm going to link down below a song written by my beautifully talented cousin that is called Spring, and I just thought it was very fitting. She also wrote and performed the song that was in my umbrella video with my daughter dancing around and my son dancing around. She's a very talented musician, and you should check out her channel as well. She makes beautiful music. That's all I have for today, and I will talk to you tomorrow.